to this update video. I hope you're doing good this morning. So let's go ahead and talk about Invest 97L. So that is our disturbance within the vicinity of the Caribbean. It is producing a lot of showers and thunderstorms that are widespread across parts of the Bahamas, even the Turks and Caicos and Greater Antilles. So we're going to be talking about it. It is likely to develop into a tropical storm, and there is given a state of emergency in effect for Florida ahead of this system. So we're going to be looking at what is going on with it, what the models are expecting, and of course the forecast for the short term. So let's get things kick-started. So on the infrared satellite imagery, there's a tropical wave out there, another tropical wave. The current disturbance is a tropical wave, even though it is designated as 97L. So that's just a designation given to it because it's now being closely watched for development, and the hurricane hunters may fly out later on to investigate the system if it is necessary. But as of right now, as of the latest update to the National Hurricane Center, is giving it a high 80% chance of formation. As we zoom into the Caribbean here, we can see that towards Central America, there are some showers and thunderstorms across some areas, especially near Belize and parts of Nicaragua, and even going down to Panama for the Lesser Antilles. Few passing showers this morning, nothing much happening for the ABC Islands, but we can see all that activity, these clusters of showers and thunderstorms across sections of the Greater Antilles. So there's that flood threat today as well. So for Cuba, the Bahamas, even going to Jamaica and Hispaniola in some spots may experience some heavy downpours that may be enough to trigger flooding. So let's go on to the rainfall forecast, and then we'll move to what the models are forecasting. All right, so here we're looking at the rainfall forecast, and as the map becomes more colorful, that is a sign of more rain expected. So all of these reddish shadings that you're seeing indicate rainfall amounts probably up to an inch or so, and that may actually be enough to unleash some level of flooding in those more vulnerable areas across Jamaica, Cuba, even the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, maybe the Cayman Islands as well. As we head towards Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, there is some activity still within the area, so there could be some heavy downpours at times today. And for the Lesser Antilles, couple passing showers, so Anguilla all the way down through Trinidad and Tobago. And then the ABC Islands, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao are all in a little dry pocket right now, so nothing much expected in terms of the realm of rainfall as we head through today. Northern South America in some areas, the Guyanas, parts of Venezuela, Colombia will be active. Central America has been active, so there could be some additional heavy rain there. And then even going up to Florida, there could be some periods of heavy downpours as we head throughout today. Now, in terms of the timing of the disturbance and development, it is interacting with land right now. And that is one of the main inhibiting factors of seeing it become anything significant in the short term. So once it's going to be moving over land, much is not expected, but there is going to be that rainfall increase, that rainfall threat. And as we're going to be heading into the new week, let's look at what models are showing in regards to the potential track of it. So they're not too far off from each other. All of the models are expecting that this is going to be making landfall in Florida potentially within 3 days or so. And as a result, the National Hurricane Center may even start to issue some tropical storm watches maybe by later today or so. But as of right now, all of the models are agreeing that Florida will be hit by this system. So it's going to be moving over parts of northern Cuba. Again, interaction with land will be preventing any significant development for now, but as it moves into the waters of the eastern Gulf of Mexico, and by the way, the waters there are very, very warm. So once other conditions are conducive enough, we could definitely see some intensification of the system. Now, going on to the intensity guidance, these different colors you're seeing, the green shading indicates tropical storm intensity, the yellow for a Cat 1 hurricane, and the orange for a Cat 2 hurricane. So we're seeing the forecast hour here going out. So we have 24 hours, 1 day, 48 hours, 2 days, 72 hours, 3 days. So we can see that as we head out, most of the models are indeed expecting that this will become a tropical storm probably within 2 to 3 days from now. And the next name on the list is Debbie. So it could become Debbie by early next week. And with this, we can see that there are a few models expecting that it could manage to actually reach hurricane intensity, and that wouldn't be surprising, again, provided how warm the waters of the Gulf are. Those are waters warm enough to initiate rapid intensification once other environmental conditions allow for it to happen. So here we can see some sort of a consensus in terms of the potential intensity of the system. It could make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane. And with that, there are going to be, of course, those strong hurricane force winds, the storm surge as well, the winds of the system pushing the water on shore, and also the heavy rain. So the rainfall is going to be a problem as well, because a lot of rain could lead to additional flooding. And in the case of many landfall and tropical systems, the wind actually does the least in terms of causing fatalities. It's always the water, whether it be from the enormous storm surge or a lot of heavy rain that happens and floods areas inland. So this is going to be an issue. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, parts of Florida are under a state of emergency right now. So preparations are being put in place ahead of the disturbance. So even though it is not a depression right now, it's not a tropical storm, but because such impacts are expected, potential hurricane impacts, then it is good to be prepared. So again, for the short term, it is unleashing a lot of rain across parts of the Greater Antilles, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos as well. But eventually, as we head into early next week, there is going to be impacts in Florida. Models are consistent about that. And of course, guys, I'm here to keep you posted as time goes by. So that is essentially what I wanted to share with you in this update video this morning. And I really do hope that you found it to be very informative. However, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll respond to you when I have the chance to do so. And remember to always be weatherwise.